It's AWTITUDE representing for Lion's Voice. Yes, massive. This is the time for I and I, the lion them to tell I and I story, our story. Yes, and we reign and rule like this. Reign and rule, yeah. Selassie I reign and rule. You can't take the lion vibes, people. If you no fool, cause we know Selassie reign and rule. Reign and rule. Selassie I reign and rule. Queen Omega drop them in the fire. Pull from them no Queen Omega, she reign and rule. Royal Kushite, ancient essence. Emperor Selassie in a majestical presence. Flash of all sevens. Projecting through I and I events. We sing a song for the king, we bring joy and blessing and understanding, yeah. We hear Jah every day. Hey. Reign and rule, yeah. Selassie I reign and rule. Yes, I lion vibes, Selassie I reign and rule. Attitude say that. Boondocks, Black Organization of Global Diplomats optimizing expressions to the world. Tiluo, tilie.
What do you have to tell the people about Ras Tafari?
Light to the world. The king of kings and the conquering line of the tribe of Judah. I left himself. Where's my ruler? Hey yo! Yeah, hear them high, hear the black king born the 23rd of July. So tell them guy who praise God up in the sky, it's a lie. The Almighty living on your night. From ancient time them a try. Them Romans know them just open them suit and ties. Criminals ain't got no alibi. They stole my people, then them come spread out them genocide.
Are you talking about slavery?
Them couldn't kill the lion where come conquer Judah tribe. Go through tribulation, I and I strive, see sufferation, I and I still rise. That's why we tell them in America, live Rastafari in every ghetto area. We come to tell them in a Toronto, straight at it.
Give thanks,
So
give
I'm
thanks.
just looking forward to the next gathering, so that
Yeah,
unity can spread, what like wildfire, just spread. We have to deal with love in this trod.
give
Give
thanks.
thanks.
No,
Yes, sir.
give thanks.
Oh, I pray thee. Tafari went above and beyond, and I wanted to make sure that ones knew the brother put in works. And I give thanks, fire. Izes.
Big up, big up, big up. So Tafari, forward to the eye. Talk about the youth portion of the Izes, because that I think was revolutionary within the Nyabinghi trod. Trust me, a whole heap of history was made. They're gonna talk about this trod. We're gonna have to audition people for the movie. Cause I'm not gonna play myself. The Ras Attitude part. That's just one storyline, We have a whole heap of storyline on this journey. But one of the powerful things was youths. Tafari, talk about. You started talking about how that came about, but just give us the whole fullness about how that came about and some of the things that the youths them were blocking to the Nyabinghi family.
Yes, I. Well, said way to Empress Aisha, who is in the midst with I and I. Also, the Assistant Commissioner, Diane Collingwood, to the Department of Agriculture. As Rastafari, knowing of the gathering, she made it her business to be present. And in the midst of it, her number one for my man knowing her is the youths. And I must be able to find a way to pass the knowledge, to get the youths involved so that they could have a chance to be guided by I and I. And in the midst, while there and speaking about the university, even the day before, she said we should see how we can focus and rally those youths, It might be last minute, but I know I could rally about 3, 4, 5 of them. And once we go to the university, we just sung the trumpet. And I said, excellent idea, because the Irish of the Most High, the living I, lives in all of I and I. So therefore, I and I must be able to hear I and I fellow angels and be able to respond and hearken to the call. So humbling her and myself, I said yes, and I asked her, would I be willing to spearhead it and lead the youths up in the reasoning? Because I see the passion that I have for the youths. And she said, sure, she'll be honored to. And it started off like that. She rallied in some youths that work amongst her and from the community. And when we went to the university, the H.I.M really put out this trumpet sound and had a great impression on those students. The I may not know it, but the next day, remember the Saturday while we was at the cultural event, 2 sistrins, not the 2 that was sitting in the classroom who didn't move, 2 other sistrins came up to I and they said, Tafari, I give thanks for coming to the university and taking time and speaking to us. And I said, yo, you're welcome. Was it strength to you? She said, yes, it was real powerful. And I said, give thanks, you know. And she said, yes. So, and I see, they may not come up to I and say, hey, Dejazmatch Kwasi, I and I was very much enlightened, you know. But I and I must be conscious that we're planting seeds. And one of the things them in the Nyabinghi gathering and that seal up when the youths them came in is they asked that question. They said, who is listening to I and I? And since COVID came in, I and I realized what Babylon them is telling you ain't really so. When they're telling us about these vaccine and they're telling us about all of these disease, and when the youths them go and sit up and question it, they realize, no man, it ain't so at all. And who could they go to talk to? Because more time the older ones them, the parents them certain times is telling them, no, you're being rebellious, you need to humble and go and do what Babylon say. And the youths them have a wheezy right now, they say no. They say, well, who could we talk to? Who is listening to I and where can we go to sit up with ones to reason? So that's why I see the high extreme critical point right now that Nyabinghi order must be established all over wherever we at. We must shine. The houses must come together wherever, because right now what happened in my yard happened in yard and happened in everyone's yard too. That was His Majesty burning the fire. He needed a purifying fire. It wasn't meant for you to run away. It was for the eye to sit up in the fire and bear witness, man. Where the eye go? Sit up and bear witness for the eye have to testify too. So
and when they go to Tafari, they miss the sweet part of the trod, because at the sweet part of the trod, you know. Because you hear what Sister Abeba said, everyone does know if you do, because guess what? Everyone right now is battlefield tested. You know what I mean? In this chosen few Iowa, we see the battlefield tested angels coming together to lay the foundation that will allow the whole world to benefit. So now is the sweet part of it, you know. So I really give thanks for the youth them, to see the youth them. Ras Zimba, there I was at the university. You know, how did I see the whole youth component of this strong end? You know?
Yes. I give thanks to see the youth being enlightened with our I present. You know, a lot of I brethren had the privilege, I had ones-on-ones from such time come forward to the school when they were young, before they entered the strat. I was glad for I to return that same favor, you know, that ones-on-ones to have a taste of this liberty, you know, because they're exposed to a lot of things, but they're not exposed to Rastafari. Rastafari is the way, the truth, and the light. And I have to give thanks for that I is the light shining, the brightness to the ones who come forward and continue this trend. So in this trend, we have to recruit, and I give thanks that we give the youth them a chance to have a taste, express themselves, and come to the Izes and enjoy themselves, and come to the session, enjoy themselves. And this is a joy. It's a joy in this liberty. So Rastafari have something to offer. So I give thanks again for the youth and presence. I give thanks for I and I coming together so the youth them could be inspired and enlightened. And yeah, give thanks and praise.
Does the I have youths, Ras Zimba?
I have well, this man now, they grow up, they're treading in this life right now, they're going through the rocky roads, Everyone
Uh, uh,
have they're going through the rocky roads in this life. So I give thanks. I just pray for them to, find a way back to the journey,
yes, yes.
strengthen themselves.
How many youths do I have?
I have 3 youths.
And do you think that the community, there were enough programs within the Rastafari community to help your youths when your youths were growing?
Well, at the time, my youth went school and things, they had a lot of fight down, They like paved the way, They had a lot of fighting and complaining, and they were just against Rastafari. Even I being in school with my locks, and I remember being in class and the teacher really cut piece of my locks with a scissors. And had all the children, and she had to do this and had all the children laughing and going on, and then a
Think
sister
about
come
how
and say,
traumatizing that is to a young
and the sister
child.
come and say, you know what she do? She cut off piece of your roots, Another youth, backstation take a hold on me and, mash up some glass and flat some tires and, and find my way, out of the system, So
Okay.
I give thanks and pray.
We give thanks. And I say that because this can't be the ending, engaging the youths. We has to lead us to a journey where we are creating institutions for the youths. It can't just be a reasoning in the eyes, although we give thanks, to hear from the youths. And one of the things that I was hearing is that, they want to do things their own way. And that was one of the reasonings in the Nyabinghi, one of the elder sistren, it was Mama Ishana,
Yes,
had
sir.
brought the sound about the necessity for I and I to hold fast to certain standards. Even though we want to hear from the youths, it doesn't mean that we compromise the standards to make the youths them fit in. We have to still hold the order. We still have to, but we have to listen to the youths them and be able to, adapt and make it more attractive to the youth them. So, the university piece is amazing. We have an interview with Dr. Chinzera, who was a professor who facilitated the whole university piece. And that's something that I know that the community there has built on. Ras Attitude, tell us about the I was at the Izes. I know I saw the idea, even in the eye recovering condition. The piece of the Izes that the eye got, how was it?
It was powerful. It was very, very powerful. Had a chance to hear, like the item was reasoning about, had a chance to hear the irates of the youths them.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a chance to hear what the youths them had to say on what better we can do as a family to make things push forward in a great way, And the youths them is a big part of that because they are the ones who is in this generation right now, So that was good to hear them reason out what they feel should go on within the house them and put their input in it, because it's good to hear from the youths them and the babes and the suckling them, but the Izes, it was powerful. The energy was royal. A lot of the reasonment was great. Really love the reasonment between I and ones and ones. The Izes definitely kept a real energy. It was good to see the eye and the harps them same way. Yeah, and I beat the thunder. Yeah. It was great, because usually when I go to the camp, I see Tafari right there on the thunder sweat, Yeah. So Tafari could just easy forward now and you see Dejazmatch take over the thunder and deal with it royal, you know? Yeah, so we really do give thanks for that energy there and to hear all the angels them sing out songs of Izes and just giving thanks, it was royal, and like the item said, this was necessary, zine, because it was good to see uh, uh, different houses forward as well, like the Bobo Shanti them come out, and the rest of the houses them forward out, and so it was really royal to see everyone in a one accord.
She's like the flowers in my garden, and her heart has never hardened, and she give me loving in the morning. Babylon, you are go far without no warning. Black woman, I said I wanna be your lover, and I don't want any other. You alone, I could be my children's mother. But no struggle, so we both could help each other, and then I wanna be your lover, and I don't want any other. You alone, I could be my children's mother. But no struggle, so we both could help each other. Started in the village, now we in the city. Journey where we have together, everybody see. Spent a little time out in captivity. Babylon, their plan was to destroy the family. Still I want you to bring a child for me. Maybe in the spring when birds are sing lovely. Maybe we could plan to have a summer baby. I can be the man that you depend on. Put the pen to the paper, made a love song. Babylon, they separated us for so long, and the reason that they hated us was so wrong. Still the most High, he created us, we so strong. Then same Kushite and the Dogon. Love your melanin, no follow for them program. Back home and me not go pass on you for no one. No one, that's my slogan.